Perfect. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Puji syukur kita ucapkan atas kehadiran Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala sehingga kita semua dapat melaksanakan presentasi pada perkuliahan hari ini. Excuse me, give permission, sir. As a lecture, Land Administration, Mr. Rizky Syafril SHI MSI. Let me introduce myself, Muhammad Azlan, as a moderator in here. We are from Group 3. The member is Hasnaini, Ahmad Dhani, Ahmad Fauzan, Muhammad Ilham, and Yudhistira Ananda. We will discuss about land right according to law. For the first, I will explain what is the land right. In KBBA 2014, right have the meaning of authority or power to do something, and land is defined as the earth in the sense of the earth surface of the topmost layer of the earth. It can be concluded that land rights are the granting of authority to a person or a legal entity so that it can use, control, or manage is to take advantage of the result of the land. Okay, for the next will be explained by my friends Ahmad Hasnaini. Kepada Hasnaini,
Thanks, moderator. I will explain the next material. Land rights have contains three main points. First, the existence of authority. This means using land and the earth, body, water, and space as long as it is for the benefit of using one's rights. Second, there is a ban. This means that the use of authority must not harm other parties and there are limitations to the authority that lie in the nature of right. For example, building use rights are not permitted for parties. Uh, Three, there isn't an obligation. In this case, those who manage or use the land must be in accordance with the condition, nature, and purpose of granting the right, must maintain the land and actively cultivate the land themselves. Next. The next material is nature of land rights. One primary in nature, namely the right to land that can be owned or controlled directly by a person or legal entity that has a long time and can be transferred to another person or his heirs. The primary land rights in the UPA are next, land ownership right. In accordance with Article 20, paragraph 1 and 2 of the UUPA, which states ownership rights are hereditary, strongest and most complete rights that a person can have over land. Taking into account the provision in Article 6, two ownership rights can be transferred and assigned to other parties. The granting of ownership rights over land is not only given to legal entities in accordance with the statutory regulation Article 21, paragraph 1. Okay, back to the marathon.
okay, thank you Hasnaini. For the next will be explain to Fauzan. You are welcome.
Thank you to moderator. Okay, I will continue with the next material. Cultivation right. It is right to cultivate land directly controlled by the state for a period as referred to in Article 29. For agricultural, fishery, or livestock companies, the right to cultivate is granted for land with an area of at least 5 hectares, with the or more. It must use proper investment model and good company technique. In accordance with the development of the time, the right to cultivate can be transferred and assigned to another party. Next, building right. It is the right to contract and own building on land that is not one own, with a maximum period of 30 years. At the request of the right hold and taking into account the need and condition of the building, the period referred to in paragraph 1 can be extended for a maximum period of 20 years. Building use right can be transferred to other parties. Next, right to use. It is the right to use or collect the proceeds from land directly controlled by the state or land owned by another person, with grant the authority and obligation specified in the decision to grant it by an official authorized to grant it or in an agreement with the landowner, which is not a lease agreement or land management agreement. All things as long as they do not conflict with the spirit and provision of this law. Next, secondary in NERS, namely the right to land that is temporary in NERS, because the right is used or asset in a certain or limited time and the right to this land is owned by somebody else. The right to land is temporary in NERS is regulated in Article 53 of the UUPA, namely. Then I refer into the moderator.
Thank you to Ahmad Fauzan. For the next, Ahmad Dhani, you are welcome.
Okay, thanks to moderator. The next one is Lion. Land mortgage rights are a form of land security rights that give authority to the creditor to control the land owned by the debtor as collector for debt. This mortgage right is often found in customary law system and is more common in rural area. Next, it's profit sharing business rights. Land profit sharing rights are a form of legal relationship between landowners and land cultivators based on an agreement on the sharing of agricultural business profits. In the system, the landowner grants the cultivator the right to manage his land with the agreement that the harvest will be shared according to the agreed agreement. The next is right to board. The right to board over land is a right given to a person to build or plant on land owned by another person without having the rights to the land. This right is temporary and is usually based on a social relationship or agreement between the landowner and the boarding party. The next one is right to rent. A person or legal entity has the right to lease land if he or she has the right to use someone else's land for building purpose by paying the owner a certain amount of money as rent. That's all.
Okay, thank you to my friend Ahmad Dhani. For the next, will be explained by Ilham. Ilham, you are welcome.
Thank you, moderator. Next, I will present a case study in the title Land Dispute Between the People of Pakel Village and the PT Bumi Sari regarding land ownership claims controlled by PT Bumi Sari based on the right to cultivate or HGU certificate. The case involved a land dispute between PT Bumi Sari, which obtained the HGU certificate in 1985, and the Pakel village community who claimed the land as their ancestral heritage that has been managed for generation. The village community, which is mostly farmers, feel a lawsuit in court arguing that the land is customary land protected by customary and national law by presenting historical evidence and village government records. The main legal issue centers on the conflict between the rights granted through the HGU certificate and the rights of the customary community. With reference to Article 20 of the UUPA on property rights and Article 29 on the right to cultivate. Potential solutions that can be taken include out-of-court settlements through compensation, rearing the land status of reporting the HGU if the court defines that the Pekel village community has legitimate right to the land. Thank you. I will now return into the moderator.
Okay, thank you for Muhammad Ilham. For the next will be explained by Yudhistira Ananda. You are welcome.
Thank you to the moderator. Well, here I will continue with the next material. Land right cases, implementation of agricultural land mortgage based on law number 56 PRP of 1916 concerning the termination of agricultural land area in Simpang Tonang Village, Duokoto District, Pasaman. Based on law number 56 PRP 1960, the result of the study indicate that the implementation of pound in the area is not fully in accordance with applicable law. The pounds applied are more based on local customary law, which then to benefit the pound recipient and often involves element of extortion against the pound broker. The community in Kenagarian Simpang Tonang generally does not understand the contents and objective of law number 56 PRP 1960, so that pound transactions are often carried out verbally without clear legal certainty. In addition, the common pound object is rice file, and pounders are usually required to hand over part of the harvest in return. This study highlights the need for a better understanding of pound law and protection for pounders so that they are not disadvantaged in this transaction. Thank you. I will back to moderator.
Okay, thank you to my best friend Yudhistira Ananda. Can be concluded, land rights have three main components. The first, authority to use the land, probability to prevent harm to other parties, and management obligation according to purpose. Land rights are divided into two types, primary and secondary. Primary rights include ownership rights, cultivation right, building rights, and use right, which can be owned directly for a long period of time, while secondary rights are temporary, regulated in Article 53 of the UUPA, including mortgage rights, profit sharing business right to right, and rental rights whose use the limit to a certain time and relate to land owned by other people. Okay, we are finished. We are going to say thank you for have been watching our video. Thank you for the sir, Rizky Shafil SIMSE. If ada mistakes from our discussion, we want to say sorry and thank you. We stop. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.